Helldivers, I know it's been a little bit since we've made one of these videos, but I put together a build that's just too much fun not to share, so we have to dive into and show off why this thing is so awesome against the Illuminate. So, we are calling this one the Horde Smasher because I did test it against the Illuminate on D10 for the mindless masses, but this would also be applicable to the different hordes of the bugs as well as even the bots. And honestly, this thing has a ton of firepower, utility, and mobility that can help you stay alive and do a lot of damage. So, this build centers around the Plasma Punisher, and this is a gun that I had kind of forgotten about, because I haven't used it for quite some time. But I was pleasantly surprised. This gun packs a punch. Not only is it energy-based and medium armor penetrating, but it's also explosive, and when you shoot a blast, it has radial damage, so any guy that you hit, the entire group is going to get damage, and that's quite nice and perfect for things like the mindless masses or any horde coming your way. But not only that, friends, you could also see, for those larger units like the flesh mobs, it could obliterate them pretty quickly, and I was surprised by how fast this kind of dispatched them. But how does it perform against things like the harvesters, because those are the larger enemies on these types of missions? Well, surprisingly, it also takes these things out pretty fast. Just focus fire on the legs where they connect to the body, or on the front plate, and you will quickly take this thing out as well. But what's the other star of the show? Well, that is going to be the de-escalator. Now, this is an arc-throwing grenade launcher, and it's always been a fan favorite of mine. Now, I know it's gone through ebbs and flows of being more damage or less damage, more effective or more ineffective, but right now, in this point in time, it is pretty good and absolutely slaps. This gun will tear through hordes of men, regardless of what they are, from the chaff all the way up to the bigger units. You fire a couple shots, and you'll stun lock them and do a ton of damage, and it's a great time. Just watch out where you fire, because you don't want to take out your friends. But an interesting change to this gun is that you could actually get a lot closer to the arc that's coming out without taking damage as the one that's firing the gun. Again, this is not advisable for your friends to stand near, but if you're the one firing it out, you can be much more closer to that arc. And I really love this gun. But then when you have this playing in conjunction with a gun like the Plasma Punisher, this combo destroys everything in its way. Of course, we cannot forget about our secondary, and that is going to be the P92 Warrant. Now, this pistol has two firing modes, guided and unguided, and I highly suggest using the guided, especially on this, because you can lock on quickly to the heads of all the enemies, or even those critical areas, and quickly take them down. So not only for targeting the chaff, but even against the flesh mobs or the bigger units like Overseers, you could quickly take out them because it has medium armor penetrating and a fast rate of fire, and this thing does, a decent amount of DPS as well, so this is a pretty exciting one. But not only that, you could quickly take out those little watchers in the sky before they call in all their reinforcements. So it really helps for kind of, making sure that you are keeping the spawn rates nice and tight and that you're not going to get zerged. So I highly suggest giving this gun a shot. Then a quick call out to our throwable for this build, and that is going to be the lore mine. Now, what's great about this is that it will draw attention away from you and your friends, so you can get your job done, do those objectives, or fire from a distance with the de-escalator and the plasma in conjunction with it, and you'll kind of just get rid of everything that was coming your way. It's great, but we did find out that if someone has the Super Earth flag, it will draw attention back towards you guys, so it kind of overrides the draw and pull of the lore mine. So I guess there is, that to contend with. So make sure that you're not near anyone with a flag near an objective if you're trying to draw the attention away. But what is great about this build is going to be its mobility, and that is going to be through the things like the jump pack. This thing will allow you to get in and out of the action. As you can see over here, they're coming at us pretty fast. We're jumping at them and shooting at them with the plasma, and then once again with the de-escalator, destroying everything that was going to try to put us down, and we can get in and out of the action pretty fast. And as you can see over here, the flesh mobs are also easy to counter if you have the jump pack. So again, friends, I highly suggest giving this one a go. Then to round things out with a little death and destruction, we're giving you guys the Napalm Barrage and the Orbital Laser because they're great for tearing through bases and obliterating all the different hordes of men coming your way. So, throw them out and deal death. It is great. So at the end of the day, what's great about this build is about how well things work together. Of course, all the items do well and perform well on their own, but together, that's where the magic really happens, as you've seen, from the de-escalator working with the Plasma Punisher to locking things down with our stratagems and having the jump pack to go in and out of the action. All these things together makes the build truly shine. And again, friends, highly suggest that you give this one a go, and as well as thank you for watching the video, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Take care.